Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to connect a Bluetooth module to Arduino. And to test this system, we'll use an LED connected to the Arduino to test it using a software from a mobile device just for the test. Okay, so let's get into the video. For this project, we'll need an Arduino Uno board as our main microcontroller. Apart from that, we'll also need the Bluetooth module for this project. And besides this, we'll make use of our breadboard just to hold our Bluetooth module. We'll also make use of an LED to test the output of this. And finally, we'll need some jumper wires to make our connections. Okay, so first we pick our breadboard and we place the Bluetooth module on the breadboard. Then we can start adding our connections to this. First, we'll connect a jumper wire to the RX pin on our Bluetooth module. That's a pin that helps to receive data from whatsoever source. And that particular pin will go to pin 3 on our Arduino. The RX pin is connected to pin 3 on Arduino. Then after that, we go on to the next pin, which is the TX pin. This is used to transmit data from the Bluetooth module. So connect a jumper wire to the TX pin on our Bluetooth module. That's through our breadboard in this case, since the Bluetooth module is on the breadboard. And then the other end will go to pin 2 on our Arduino. We're going to program our Arduino to work with pin 2 and 3 for this purpose. Then the next is GND. We'll connect a jumper wire to GND on the corresponding line from the breadboard, and the other end of the jumper wire goes to GND on our Arduino board. And finally, we'll connect one jumper wire to VCC, that is the power pin, and that goes to 5 volts on our Arduino board. And with that, we are done with the connection. Just a very simple setup. Then we'll put our LED. Just in this case, I'm putting my LED in pin 13. The long leg is going to pin 13, while the short leg is on GND right beside pin 13. So here's the code for the Bluetooth module connection that we just did. First, you need to include the software serial library. That's a library that we use for this very purpose. And after that, we are defining a particular pin for our LED, that is pin 13. Then we also define 2 integers here. BTRX is for receiving information while or receiving data using pin 2, while PTTX is for transmitting data using pin 3. Then after that, we have the software serial using BTRX and PTTX as a serial Bluetooth object. Then we set a variable that will store our incoming message from whatsoever platform we are using. We are calling that variable receive data. It's a string. After that, you go into the setup loop and we initialize our serial monitor just in case you want to use it. We set our baud rate as 9600. Then we'll print line. Arduino is ready to receive data. That is if you are using the serial monitor to check it. We'll cover the use of the serial monitor in another video. Then we also have the serial Bluetooth begin as baud rate of 9600. And then we set the mode of our output pin, which is for our LED. Remember, we defined the LED as pin 13. So we are setting the mode of that LED pin, which is pin 13, as output. And after doing all that in the setup, we come into the loop. In the loop, we check a condition. If serial Bluetooth is available, then it should receive the data. It is serial Bluetooth.read string. All this is gotten from the library. We are using the software serial library. Then can now print line as received, print as received, and then you print a line that says receive data. This receive data, don't forget, that is the string which we've created, and that's the information it is getting from whatsoever source the Bluetooth is connected to. Now, we'll now check a condition which we want to use to control our LED. If the received data is equal to 1, remember it's a string and that's why we are putting it in quotation marks, then if you write high to our LED, that is, it will turn on the LED. And if it is not 1, that is, if it is 0, that's why we're using else if here. If it is 0, then it will write low. So if it is low, it will turn off our LED. And this is just the code that we're running on our system. So if you need more information about how to write the code to the Arduino from our Arduino IDE, you can drop a comment so that I can do another video on that. Alright, to test our circuit, we power it on with our USB and connect the device through Bluetooth. Then we'll come to this app, software serial, and look for that particular Bluetooth device that we've connected. Once it's connected, we'll send 1, which we've written in our program, to it to power it on. And when we write 0 and send it, it powers it off, because whenever it reads 1, it sends high to the LED so that it comes on, and whenever we send 0, it reads 0 and sends low to the LED. Thank you so much for watching.